Hello everybody, this is Andrew. Hope you had a good carnage yesterday. First thing is you're going to need a lot of pickaxes. You're going to need a couple of hoes. You need at least one axe to get all of the wood. I had two shovels, but I used one of them to get all of this dirt, and you're going to need a lot of dirt. I think you should have some planks and some sticks, and then of course maybe you've collected a pumpkin or two. I wanted to give myself 4 seeds here just to show you what you can do if you only get one pumpkin. And then, of course we start with torches and some food, so put that there to replicate that. I personally try to shoot to get this done in 10 minutes or so, but last time I only got it done in 20 minutes and I still ended up with 300 plus pumpkins. So if you would be happy with that, first 20 minutes is to get your inventory to look something like this. How do I make a farm with some water and a place that's hid well? Well, I don't know how many people are going to come out to the middle of the ocean with nothing around and look for your farm out here. So if you could put it down there, I think it's pretty well hidden. Oh, by the way, I know that Pixie's thread, by the way, shout out to Pixie. I know his Pixie's thread pumped the moon rum. I'm curious to see what effect this video will have on the squid here. Squids help you dig faster underwater, or I guess the same speed underwater that you would if you weren't underwater. And it's very essential to what I do here. It helps out a lot, helps you get deeper. So here we go. Go straight down. I like to dig into a wall. Go down a couple, and then you dig two in front of you. You're breathing. No problem. Now the shadows will come in, but if you dig down again and go underwater, the shadows retreat. So you don't have to worry about putting a torch right there and giving away your position. You can go down a couple times if you'd like, just to make sure you're nice and out of the way. And then I also like to go in a bit and then put one down just to make sure I'm there. Shadows retreat, go one more level, and then just to make sure the water stays flowing right here on the place where I'm going to put the farm. What is going on? In the place where I put the farm, I put one more level underneath, so that way I can step here without having any water underneath. But you put a lamp there, and look at it. You got some water coming down. You use all of these axes to hollow out some space here. Put one more above you like this. And here is the beginning of your first layer. Hidden. Let's go see what this takes to find again. I mean, you might want to write down the coordinates when you make this thing because you might even lose it. But look, that hole, and then it's a 2 by 1 hole, but you don't need it to be that. You could even put a block right there. Cover this up with a block right there. Just let the water come through and take out all of the 2 by 1 spaces. And I bet you nobody's finding it. Hoe this out. I guess I don't even have to worry about that. Put one in. And first seed's in the ground. Again, I'm simulating starting with one pumpkin right now. So I want to show you what I would do to get my first 4 seeds in the ground. see. 1, 2, boop. Yep, gonna be enough. And there's the first 4 seeds. I got all the light, surrounded by farmland all around, so they get all of the points, and then in rows, so no penalty. These 4 seeds will grow as fast as any seeds planted anywhere, and they're in a nice safe spot that nobody's gonna find. And what do you do while you're waiting for these pumpkins to grow? You have faith that they're gonna give you plenty, and you start busting your butt building room for the rest of them. So this goes out to a 9x9. Let's get to work. I used to work on a fishing boat in Alaska, so I'm very used to doing repetitive, mindless tasks like this and trying to find little efficiencies. Finish this line, then I've got my full 9x9 hollowed out. And 9x9 is 81. You've got 1 block in the middle for water, so that means you're going to need 80 dirt for each farm. And I'm telling you, the biggest waste of time you're going to have is coming back up to go get dirt because you didn't get enough of it if things go really well. So, do you need 3 stacks of dirt before you come down? Maybe. You need 4 or 5. I could see it. Maybe you just want to put your farm in an area where you know you have easy access to dirt. If you're working in a group of 2, maybe one person just gets down and starts hollowing out and the other person just starts bringing in the dirt. But that is the biggest issue for me always, is having enough dirt, getting dirt from an area where people aren't going to see that I'm in the area. If you do underwater farms like this, dirt is the issue, but that's a better issue than trying to fight off Loquito and Tigga and Donnie. No, thank you. Let them big boys go swimming if they want to find some farms. You know what I'm saying? Get on a boat and go out to the middle of the ocean and try to find me, boys. I think I'll put it upstairs for you. It's too easy. I was going to stop earlier at just planting the 4 seeds and getting this initial farm set up. But I know you little Jimmies need a little bit more than that. So, what would you do when you're sitting here waiting for these 4 to grow? You've got a 9x9 area out right here. You might think that this is enough, but I'm telling you, I think what I would do if I'm sitting here waiting for these to grow is go ahead and get a second layer put in, because when these things really get going, you will need room to put them, and I'm telling you, this still ain't enough, so let's go make some more room. So, this sometimes happens where you try to build your second layer and you come down to a cave. If this happens, I'll show you how to manage it. First thing is, let's see if this cave has an entry in some other spot. It doesn't. Okay, so you'll be fine. Nobody's going to swim in here. So you got no... Come on. Ah, told you I suck at this game. You got no worries of somebody coming in and finding your stuff. So, a couple ways of handling this, but I think the most reliable one is just to ignore the fact that you've gone into a cave and treat it. Just put your another layer right underneath your one. So that way you can swim up and down from layer to layer. Maybe you have to take a little bit longer to go from this second layer to the first one, but you know, what I used to do was try to block all this off right here and, you know, create a little spot, but the water just gets all weird all the time. It's too unpredictable. I think you just go down and you keep going with what you know. Alright? And hopefully I don't have to show you the whole process again, but like I say, you're down here trying to build out a 9x9, which basically means you need 3 extra layers on each side from what you start with here. There we go, first pumpkin, 350. Harvest that bad boy right away. Once you see them get to that height, that's when they start popping. So maybe these first 4, you do want to sit here and wait for the first one just to get it in the ground immediately. But let's say I grab that one. Where do I put it? Those 2 right there, and then right there. You want to have these seeds in the most efficient place possible because you are really counting on these guys to get up and get you pumpkins quick. So again, really what I would be doing right here is hopping back and forth, continuing to build this second layer, making sure I got lots of room down here and not underestimating how fast these pumpkins will grow. If I can get in even 3 farms before I fill up this first one, I think you might be able to keep up with it by the time you're done planting, but I'm telling you, these guys will really start to get going as you'll see. It's easy to fill up this area. It's easy to go down to the next one. I mean, I got a capacity for 28 in here, so probably only put 22 because that's the most you can get with maximizing all the growth rates, number 2. And you see this is the same pumpkin, so the same pumpkin's given me 2. Once they start popping, they really keep going, so let's grab one more set of seeds from that. I would put those right there, 2, 3, 4, right there. So I left a space between these guys because the rows are going this way. And I could do a row right here, but I'd only fit in one more before I started this row. So you'll see, I guess I am going to give you guys my layout here on this. 4 more seeds. Let's see. Again, I'm only putting them in places where I know I'm getting all the points right now because I need all of these things to grow as fast as possible. I've only got 2 of them popping right now, but I've filled in 12 seeds altogether. And 10 minutes from now, I'm going to have all the pumpkins I need. What I'm going to need more than anything is a place to put them. So what I should be doing, rather than talking to you guys and watching these things grow right now, is going downstairs, building out the farms. So you gotta rehoe it, because that one there. Hi. Okay, you can do there and there. Here, here. Oh, another one. Maybe at this point you found shears, so that way you can carve the pumpkins without losing them. But there you go. Now this area is fully set up, and if I've just been sitting here watching, I don't have a place to put these 2. Now you could put them right here and right there, but it's still not going to be as efficient as putting it there in a new place, so that's where I would put them. Come down here and boom, it goes there, and then it would go there if you had this next row filled out. So you'd already start working on your second one, and what was that, 10 minutes after the first pumpkin popped? You're going to fill up the second one really fast. Then you're going to have to fill up the third one, the fourth one. You're going to be running up and down, grabbing pumpkins, turn them into seeds. You're not going to have time to build. you will fill up those 4 farms very quickly.